the first one is going to be the Jeep Wrangler Magneto 3.0 concept.
2023, this is the third and final iteration of our ongoing Magneto project, where we created a fully battery electric, fully mission capable Wrangler. For this year, we've added a lot more to the powertrain, but I'll walk you around the exterior first. Starting up front, we've got our Rubicon 20th grille on here. The hood, carbon fiber fenders, leaving it up on 40-inch tires, which we introduced last year, also when we extended the wheelbase. But then this year, we've raked the windshield back, effectively chopped the top, created a new roof for it with this great blue see-through on it, reupholstered the interior, updated the color scheme on the outside, and really gives it this aggressive, cool off-road look to it. Third and final iteration of Magneto, functionally, it's still a fully battery electric vehicle connected to a 6-speed manual transmission. New for 23 has a more efficient axial flux motor. We have 20% more range, increased torque now from 850 last year, we're up to 900 foot-pound torque. Also a 20% increase in usable energy from the batteries. We've also added selectable drive modes, the first being a regen, so off or medium, more for street driving, and then a separate aggressive regenerative mode in four-wheel drive low only, which offers one pedal driving. Imagine going down a very, very steep hill and having to throttle to go down the hill without the brakes. And then a 2-stage selectable power output. So baseline 285 horsepower, which matches the gas V6 this vehicle was originally equipped with, or the electric full beans 900 foot-pounds torque.
Whoa! So what do you think of that, man? First of all, it's beautiful. Before you give me, I want to discuss something for the Jeep people and the people who go to Easter Jeep Safari. First of all, you may not know it, but I'm an associate member of the Red Rock Crawlers who throw this event. I don't think I ever told you that. Anyway, the Magneto, anybody else who goes to the Easter Jeep Safaris, I'd like for you to reach out to me and tell me if I'm wrong about this. But I distinctly remember in 2017, the blue and white Magneto, and it was a drone that they had on top of it. The concept was you were going to be able to have your drone land and go off of this little platform off of it and everything. And I thought that was the first year of the Magneto. But the information Jeep sent me, they're saying like this is the 2.0 and it's only been like out for 3 years. So were there 2 blue and white vehicles named Magneto or whatever? I'm looking for somebody to inform me.
Put it down in the comments down below here.
So what do you think of this?
Well, I got to tell you, I mean, if they were selling this thing right now, I'd take one of those right away. That thing is, you know what I like? What I really like about it is that the hood, the see-through hood with the electric motor inside there. That's pretty cool. You know, I mean, the look of it is nice with a rake back windshield and 40-inch tires on it. And interestingly, and I kind of noticed it by looking at it, but I guess it's stretched too, right? So it's longer than your stock 2-door Jeep. But it doesn't look as long as, say, the Rubicon, the 4-door, right?
It looks a little bit longer. The roof slopes, so it makes it look shorter, but it has to be longer.
I'm just wondering whether the seats are back farther or not, but that's hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, interestingly, I guess I wasn't aware of, and maybe you have more stuff released from the press release, but explain to me, how do you have an electric motor with what looks to be a 6-speed manual transmission? How does that work?
I don't know how they do it, but I know that there's like 2 different gearboxes. There's one that adjusts to normal driving, and then there's another one that realigns the torque for off-road.
That's all. Because inside you've got your high low. I mean, the levers are exactly the same as like my stock Rubicon JL was, so it's got a 2 low, 2 high, 4 low, and then it's got, a regular 6-speed manual in there. So typically electric vehicles are it's at all, right?
From my understanding, it's not like a true gearbox, like you're actually moving the gear.
Yep. So so those are electronically based, maybe.
Right. So I think it's like simulating.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that's what I'm saying.
To tell us too.
When you're off road, it doesn't give you that crazy 800 torque. It reconfigures it, and it feels like you're driving it feels like you're driving a manual.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not actually driving a manual. Because if it was a manual, then that would be direct connect, and it would tear up the gearbox every time.
Yeah, I would think. Boy, does it look? That is an interesting truck with 40-inch wheels on it, or 40-inch tires.
We just talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it in a different podcast, but I got to tell you, it looks pretty darn good on this Jeep.
Yeah, and even though the things we said about the 40s, I have a different opinion of it on this vehicle, because this vehicle has the actual equipment. It was designed to handle the 40. It has the power, it has the chassis, it has everything.
Now here's my 2 questions, and let's just be honest here. I think of all the vehicles that we're going to be talking about today, this might be the least likely to ever be produced. Is that a fair assessment?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's too small a niche.
Yeah.
Way too small.
Well, what's interesting about it is obviously this is what auto manufacturers use as test beds for new ideas and, consumer feedback and everything else. So that's kind of what makes it interesting. And on that note, the Easter Jeep Safari is kind of a little bit of a unique event. And I went through it once, in the fact that it is so well supported by the actual manufacturer of the vehicle line, because you don't really find that. I was involved with the Land Rover community for a long time, and at various times, occasionally Land Rover would get a little bit involved, the manufacturer. But really, they kind of over the years have kind of taken the attitude as everybody knows Land Rovers do this. We don't need to really support this. So Jeep has definitely been very involved with that event.
You ready to go on to the next vehicle?